Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the New York Empoleon's week quarterfinals battle of the PAC Season 2. We are here this week taking on Jack or Gray, coach of the Vancouver Titangs. And if you have not seen them before, which is ridiculous because I battled them before, go check them out. Links in the description below, as are all the other coaches in the PAC this season. We are here this week. We qualified for the quarterfinals with a bye as the 4 seed with a really good record. And now we have given ourselves the hardest task of all, playing when moving. So we did our last recorded battle on Monday was in the previous, or maybe Sunday night. It was in the previous apartment. Then I spent about 36 hours just straight up moving. And now we're back again doing battles from a new location, temporary, probably. Yeah, that'll be just ignore that. If you want more information, check out the live stream where I talked about it a lot more. Otherwise, it's not really in the videos because it's not that important. That's gonna do it for the intro battle. Go. Oh god, go. Yeah, so hopefully this battle goes well. My setup is a little different than before. But I think you'll still be able to hear me typing and all the things that you've come to know and love about my content. And everything is still, you know, there's still my notes, there's still calcs, all the things that are Pokemon are here. Yeah, but if you've got any feedback for the way this is formatted, or if anything sounds good, bad, whatever, let me know, and I will do my best to either fix it or continue doing it. I'm gonna put that over there where it doesn't potentially get knocked over. All right, my opponent has brought the Ninetales, Garchomp, Quillfish, Tapu Lele, Zarude, and Heatran, which means there's no Garchomp, which is totally fine. There's also no Slowking, which is something, but there's also no Thundurus, which is something else. Those are both things. What was the last mon that I took out? Ninetales. Oh, there is a Garchomp. What am I talking about? I literally said Garchomp and said there was no Garchomp. There's a Garchomp right there. Okay, so I still like Mudsdale. Zarude being like the one stopgap for that, obviously, but that's part of what the Rindo Berry is for. But close combat's never going to kill it. Without a Slowking, and with the likelihood, I feel like, of a Zarude lead, I feel like Rotom as a lead is okay. And then I can almost immediately click Volt Switch, hoping the Garchomp doesn't come in. But do I have a switch in for Garchomp? I mean, outside the Finny, basically not. So I kind of want to lead with the Mudsdale as well, but close combat, again, is never coming anywhere near killing Zarude. So we're just going to lead with the Rotom here. Because one option is if it's not a Zarude, or even if it is a Zarude lead, I could just go hard Mudsdale, take the U-turn, get to +1 physical defense, but then you're going to go into like Tapu Lele or Heatran, and those are scary. I like that I just did a team builder where I was like, Rotom is my special wall, and then I was immediately like, let's use it as my Zarude answer. So it is Ninetales that leads off. Overheat could just one-shot. Obviously, the Garchomp could come in now, which is a little bit not great. I kind of just want to Volt Switch, but I also feel like the Garchomp's just going to immediately come in here, which makes Overheat at least a little better. So I'm just going to Overheat. Garchomp probably comes in. You could set up a Veil, but then I'm in with a Defog and can just immediately do that. And then the Garchomp comes in, which is fine, because at least it doesn't have a Veil up, which is part of why I wanted to make sure I stayed in and didn't click Volt Switch, because if you do click Veil and I click Volt Switch, then that's no fun for me. But I feel like Garchomp's coming right in here. Heatran. Okay. So now I expect... Oh, so it's Flash Fire. Good to know. Now I expect the Garchomp's going to come in. We see that it outspeeds the Rotom as well, which is good to know. And we see that it's leftovers. So we know it's not Scarfed. So it's just fast. Knowing that it outspeeds the Rotom, there's a part of me that just wants to go for a Volt Switch, but I expect the Garchomp's going to come right in here. But this is still my answer to Heatran, which makes it really hard to justify switching it out right now. Like a Toxic or something could be coming, but I just kind of want to Volt Switch here. Even if the Garchomp comes in, I think this will still be okay. It's a slow Volt Switch. Oh, it's a Speed Tie. I really wanted to go second there. Okay. Now what? I guess Finny is my best answer here. I think the Qwilfish comes in on the Finny, so I probably just immediately go for Taunt anyway. I think the Qwilfish was brought almost specifically for the Finny. Definitely wasn't expecting a Speed Tie. Okay. Rocks come up. Magma Storm. Magma Storm misses, and we see this outspeeds the Finny. I don't actually know my Finny versus Rotom EVs. Let me actually just double check on that. So Rotom has 16 speed, and Finny has 16 speed. So wait, so Finny's faster? What? No, Rotom's faster than Finny by 1 point. Okay, so this outspeeds Finny by 1 point. And I think Qwilfish is coming in here, so I kind of just want to go straight for a taunt, stop that from setting up T-Spikes, and then get myself in a switch out at that point into something like the Mudsdale. Because I expect that the Qwilfish is going to come in. Okay, and Finny is 1 point slower than Rotom. So yeah, I don't want you setting up T-Spikes. You are Intimidate. It's not surprising. But we're just going to straight taunt here. We see you also take hail damage before Finny, so you have some speed investment. Good to know. You are Black Sludge. Okay. So at this point, I could go out into Mudsdale. I don't think you're going straight for a Waterfall here. And even if you do, Mudsdale can tank like one, get a stamina boost. I really don't see a Waterfall coming. Because, maybe. Maybe it is, because every one of my switch-ins to this is weak to Waterfall. Maybe. Hard to know. I don't know if you think I'm switching out, though. I just taunted. Switches out. Okay. What are you going into? Etran. And we know you are exactly 108 speed. Which can help us figure out how much like special attack you might have. Magma Storm is coming nowhere near killing. And you have Zarude to resist Earthquake. So close combat seems like a safer option here. Should still kill the Heatran from this range. I could also just set rocks at this point. Which honestly isn't a bad option. Yeah, we're just going to set rocks at this point. I know that's a little bit silly sounding, but we do have a little bit of initiative here. And we haven't revealed anything specific yet. So out comes the Ninetales, which I expect just wants to set Veil for the Garchomp. But setting Veil shuts down this set, like, completely. Oh, there's no Hail anymore. Interesting. Hail's gone. I could go Rotom here. I don't really know how much that helps me. Yeah, I think this thing comes in later as well and does a pretty good job. I don't need to break with it yet. You don't have Veil up, so staying in actually isn't a bad play, but... just gonna go Rotom here, see what you're gonna go for. Straight Blizzard. Misses the Blizzard. So missed a Magma Storm, missed a Blizzard. This is not going well. Not going how my opponent, I think, wanted it to go. I could just go Overheat again, but the Heatran came in last time, not the Garchomp. And I could just switch. I actually kind of just want to switch here. Expecting either the Heatran or the Garchomp. Finny is my switch in here. He went Blizzard, not Freeze Dry there. To try to get extra damage off. So we're just going to go straight Finny. And depending on which it is... it's the Chomp? Okay. So we have Rocks, which is really nice, and obviously the Qwilfish is just going to come in again. I just have Rocks up for it. Which I guess is doing something, right? Because Garchomp doesn't overly threaten me without like a Swords Dance, which it could totally go for right here. Which is kind of why I want to click Moonblast, because Moonblast doesn't even kill a Garchomp from this range. But I think I'm just going to taunt. I don't think you want the Garchomp taking that much damage. So you take 12%, or whatever. And now I went Mudsdale last time. You're going to think I'm going to switch out into like Mudsdale this time. You're taunted. How much is Poison Jab doing? Doing a lot. Why is that doing so much? I mean, Moonblast, Whirlpool's kind of my best play here. Because I think you're gonna Waterfall now. Because I switched out last time. Or Liquidation. Because that's going to get me the most damage over time here. And based on that, it's not... Definitely not super specially defensive build. Like, max HP. Now you could Poison Jab at this point. But I kind of want to stay in one more time. Poison Jab's not putting me in range of anything specific. And Moonblast is doing 24 to 28%. Which puts you at about 50%. And I kind of like that. So we're just going to go for it one more time. This time goes for the Poison Jab. Definitely could have predicted that and switched out. But there's no move that I'm specifically afraid of now that I wasn't afraid of before. And yeah, we're going to see it around 50%. After the Waterfall, after the Whirlpool damage here, we'll see it's a little bit lower than that. And now both of us are going to be in a position where... potentially making a read is really important because obviously I don't want my Finny taking any more damage than this. And you know that, but you're also shaking off the taunt here. It could be a perfect time to go out into even like the Urshifu here, honestly. Outspeeds the Quillfish, and you're probably setting up a layer of something. Rotom still exists to defog away stuff, so I could just go Urshi here. I'm trying to get down to 25% anyway, so I'm not super stressed about it. So being able to go into Urshi and then just click Wicked Blow and just get damage off on anything, really. I think you're saving the Zarude specifically for this. So there's Spikes. But Rotom, again, still exists for, like, whatever hazards, so... yeah, I mean, I could just click Close Combat here, but that's a little bit risky. I could just click Sub, right? Zarude comes in, but that doesn't really matter. So yeah, I'm just going to click Sub. You could stay in and, like, Liquidation to break a Sub, but I don't think that's your play, because you need this thing for Intimidate for later, and it's your Finny answer, so I don't think you want it just taking a hit. I feel like Zarude comes in. Or Garchomp. Sure. We'll have a Sub up. And I guess Wicked Blow does more. They do exactly the same amount. Down to the percentage. Okay. We outspeed the Garchomp. Probably Roar or something. But Garchomp would usually run Dragon Tail, which I can't do any right now, so maybe Scale Shot. Rough Skin. Rocky Helmet. Earthquake. But actually, Rough Skin plus Rocky Helmet here puts me in range of the Salac popping. And I outspeed it. So I think I just Close Combat here. I don't see you going Lele. And it covers the Zarude possible switch in. Well, it doesn't really matter if you go Zarude here. Yeah, I'm just going to Wicked Blow again. Because if you stay in, I just take Rough Skin and Rocky Helmet, go into range of Salac, and then outspeed everything on your team. Endure. Okay. Fascinating. Should have just clicked Sub, I guess. Well, no. So now I will die to another hit. Do I sack Urshi here to do 1 more damage to Garchomp? No, right? There's no reason. I lose the Shellac, which is unfortunate, but I feel like I'd just go into Mudsdale here. It's a defensive Chomp, so Mudsdale can definitely take a hit from it. And then get the +1 defense. And I'm just going to keep Urshi in the back. It outspeeds the Quillfish. Outspeeds the Heatran. Outspeeds a non-Scarf Lele. Earthquake comes out. We definitely can take 2. Because of the stamina boost. Earthquake's free here, although Zarude could come in. But I'd rather click Earthquake than close combat here. They're at +1 defense, so I don't even think Zarude can kill from here. With the Rindo Berry. Well, I can after... Oh, you went for a Swords Dance. Why? Why not just attack? Like, obviously I'm attacking you with an Earthquake. I don't know why you wouldn't attack there, but maybe you just don't want me at +2. So, Mudsdale kills Garchomp with Earthquake. Very unsure. Very unsure. Zarude doesn't kill here, though. Darkest Lariat actually does more than Power Whip. Because of the fact that it goes through the defense boost. Close Combat doesn't kill that either, even after rocks. But it's very close. It's 25% chance to kill if it's not bulky. That's Ninetales. Okay, let's see if you're Boots. Not Boots. Okay. Probably Light Clay or something then. I definitely still want this thing around. It doesn't love a hit from the Zarude. Or actually, do I want this? Do I care? No, this thing doesn't take a hit from anything anymore, right? So I might as well click Rock Slide here. Does that do more? Probably does more. I know I'm at like half time right now, so I have to watch out for that, but... Yeah, Rock Slide does marginally more, but I'd actually just gonna click Earthquake. It does like 1% more, and it can miss. So Blizzard, that's gonna kill. So Ninetales, A kills Mudsdale with Blizzard. And I can just go into Aegislash and click Autotomize here. I don't know what your answer to that is. I guess Quillfish, but it's at 50% now. I could also go into Lycanroc and just click Stone Edge. That's also a very good option. I should have landed it. I'd rather keep Accelrock in the back just in case it's Scarf Lele or something, and not risk just like dying when I miss Stone Edge. My opponent has already missed a bunch of moves, so just gonna Autotomize here. Maybe I should have just gone Rotom, scare this out. Garchomp's dead, so Volt Switch is free. Forced to take more rocks damage. I also keep putting ice cubes in my mouth for no reason. They're in my water, and I keep putting them in my mouth, so you're just gonna hear me chewing on that. So now the question is, can I actually kill you? Honestly, not sure. Probably not. That was really dumb, because you just kill me now. Well, there's a chance close combat kills if you're not like max HP, so we're gonna go for it. There's no chance Shadow Claw kills. But I think you're like max HP. Close combat's a guaranteed KO if you're not bulky. After rocks. You don't have Veil Up or anything. But I could just lose... this thing. But it puts this guaranteed in range of something like Accelrock, so I don't have to worry about clicking Stone Edge. Which is better. Or not. No, we know Heatran's Flame Body. Not Flash Fire, specifically. I don't know why I typed that before. But yeah, let's see how bulky you are. Because if you're super bulky, you will live this. But you don't. Okay. So Aegislash kills Ninetales A with close combat. That does reveal a Life Orb. But your priority is like Aqua Jet Quillfish right here. That's about it. And then maybe you have Scarf Lele. which like absolutely obliterates me even in shield mode, I think. After hail, yeah. Actually, maybe not. Are you Scarf Zarude? Scarf Zarude would outspeed. I guess just to scout for it, we're just going to King Shield here. There's really no downside to King Shielding here. Scout out what you're going for. Darkest Lariat. And the attack drops. And we outspeed. Alright, great. So that's a little bit of extra damage. So now Aegislash Blade to Zarude with close combat. Should kill. Great. We know you're not Scarfed. I mean, you might be Chopple. But I don't have another way to hit you, so... Yeah, there's the Chopple. But, like, still huge damage. Very helpful. And Lycanroc Dusk. Not quite in range of Lycanroc Dusk. From Accelrock. In range of other moves from it. So Zarude kills Aegislash with Darkest Lariat. Hail stops. I mean, do I click Play Rough? It seems like my best play, right? Like, it's not, it's just out of range of Accelrock right here, so I guess Play Rough is my best play. It's the most accurate. It's the most accurate, although Flame Body Heatran could come in here, but it's not in range of anything else. So I still click Play Rough. I mean, I could click Stone Edge, but if I'm playing, like, perfectly optimally and, like, not caring about accuracy, I definitely click Stone Edge there, but... we're just going to click Play Rough, then we're going to click Drill Run into this, I think. Are you Rocky Helmet too? No, we know you're Black Sludge. But we are Life Orb, so it's going to hurt us to do these attacks, which is not great. Can I kill you? 4 minutes left, we're still okay. Can I kill you with Drill Run? You might have Aqua Jet. You haven't brought Lele in yet. And it, with Intimidate popped, Accelrock does 25%. Oh, it's close. I think I just go... Like, this thing seems like a huge win con right now. Yeah, I have to just go for a Drill Run here and hope you don't have Aqua... No, I have to go for an Accelrock and hope it kills, right? Oh, it's hard. It's hard. I'm just gonna sack... Finny? No. I'm just gonna sack Urshi here. Just gonna sack Urshi. I have Drill Run on this for Heatran. Aqua Jets in the last slot would be really, really bad, so. It is just Liquidation. Man. It's okay, we'll get rid of the Intimidate here. Does mean we take extra damage from the spikes, although I could just, at this point, go Rotom. And Defog? Yeah, I'm going to go Rotom and Defog here. Get rid of the spikes. Stop taking extra damage from them. Or do I just Volt Switch? I just Volt Switch. Don't get rid of the spikes. Do we know you outsped me? We might have known you outsped me. But you might not know you outspeed me. You're not killing. Should just Defog. Of all things, though, the Rotom going down here is okay. So Quillfish kills Urshifu with Liquidation. Rotom Heat kills Quillfish with Volt Switch. Quillfish kills Rotom Heat with Destiny Bond. I think it's just go into this thing. Everything should be in range of it except the Lele. Or do we? I think we're just gonna go You might go into Zarude here, but if it's Lele, okay. Then we made the right play. We should see that you outspeed here. Which means we get rid of your terrain. And we can click Moonblast here. If Heatran comes in, it's fine. We're living any hit from it, and we can then surf. But if Zarude comes in, I'd rather just click Moonblast. Which, Zarude seems more likely. Alright. You got me on this one. Lele has to take another round of Stealth Rock. Which should, if it's not Scarfed, put it in range of Stone Edge. Even if it's bulky. So, that means I just want to click Surf here. And make sure Zarude is in range of Play Rough. Earth Power. Okay. Now Zarude's going to come in here. Oh, you didn't die. Okay, everything's in range, hopefully, of Lycanroc. Everything's in range of it. It has enough hits to survive everything it needs to survive. I'm living another hit from you. So I'm just going to go for a Surf. If you go Zarude, that's fine. Zarude's like really low actually already, so... Probably should have gone Surf on the first turn because Zarude's like super low, but that's okay. Just take out the Heatran, Zarude comes in. And it's really just going to be, is it Scarf Lele or not? Which we don't know. But I really didn't think it would be Scarf Lele. It's Scarf. It has to be Scarf. The way you went into it here and not Zarude, it's got to be Scarfed. Right? You're playing it Scarfed. I really didn't think he'd be Scarf Lele here. But, let's Moonblast. Let this go down. Yeah, you're Scarfed. So, Tapu Lele kills Tapu Fini with Psychic. And we click Stone Edge. And we find out if you're Scarfed together. You and I chat. We'll find out if this Lele is Scarfed together. If it's Scarfed, game's over. If it is not Scarfed and I land a Stone Edge, the game continues. Yeah, it's Scarfed. Alright. Well, we come exactly as close as last time. Losing 2-0 in the quarterfinals is my PAC destiny. I will... How do I win that from that end game? I definitely misplayed in the middle there like multiple times, and I was well aware of those. But Defog into the Quillfish doesn't really save me. It showed it outsped the Rotom. So it doesn't really save me there because it'll just Liquidation on the next turn, and the spikes didn't end up super mattering. Given that Lele was Scarfed, how much was it doing in Psychic Terrain to Fini? And given that the Heatran survived one Surf, yeah, I couldn't have just surfed the Heatran and then survived. So it just was going to get off one attack anyway, so the Psychic was always going to kill given that it was Scarfed. Man, I really did not expect it to be Scarf Fini, or Scarf Lele. I really don't think that was the set that I thought my opponent would bring. Like, I think there are so many items it could have run that aren't Scarf, and only because of the way that I played was Scarf Lele the win con in the back. Because I could have sacked Rotom earlier instead of the Urshi, just to hold it for potentially Scarf Lele. But even then, they had to switch to Zarude and then back into Lele to go for the Moonblast. The Endure on the Garchomp was really, really good for my opponent. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I'm just like studying my battle here. But I think I played that fine. I don't think I'm pleased with the result, but it's not anybody's fault. Like, my opponent played really well, prepped really well, brought good sets. I'm just shocked. Anyway, I've got more battles coming up. None in the PAC, unfortunately, because we are a quarterfinalist through and through. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, everybody.